Do you know what time it is? Well, I hope you do, because it is time for me to unbox and review the Authentic Scale Classic Cage Accessory Set 10-inch tall Authentic Scale Ringside Collectibles exclusive. I love how they actually printed that on there and it's not just a sticker. Are you excited for this? I know I am. I got it open and here, I'm pulling it out. Boom. You hyped? I don't get hyped. I am hyped. Okay, so I think my most upsetting part of this is that it has the worst part, that you have to do the turnbuckles. It took me like 3 years to put these in. I have to do it all over again. Isn't that adorable? It looks like it's wood, but it's straight up plastic. Thankfully, the buds of mine at Wicked Cool Toys gave you some instructions so you don't have to go crazy thinking about what to do and what to see. All right, so let's do the construction.
It's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
I'm quite often asked, the Authentic Scale ring, is it too big? That's a super difficult question for me to answer. Why? Why, you might be asking? Because yes, it is very big. Here it is with the Target exclusive ring right in the middle. So you can see it is big, but is it too big? I'd have to say, no way. This is a perfect size big. This is the wrestling ring you want to play with your figures in. The Target one is fun, but it feels cheap, and it's like, personally, I think this was a bit easier to put together, even though there were some design flaws, which I will point out. I often get comments saying, too, that I put the ring skirts on incorrectly. But I honestly think this is the easiest way to put it on, and it looks just fine in my opinion to put it on that way. And apparently the other way is a bit more difficult, but that's fine. What is super difficult still are the turnbuckle covers. These things are so difficult to put on. I'm not sure why. Just pressing these in, just nightmare inducers. And I know I make a lot of spooky videos, but this is real life spooky. And maybe if they flip them around, because the way it is, you kind of have to push the pegs into the hole. Maybe if you push the hole into the peg, it would be a bit simpler. I'm not sure though. It's certainly a design that, while it does look pretty good, is a bit flawed because you can see, even though I got them in, they're a bit crooked and stuff and don't look that good, and it's most likely because I had such a difficult time putting them in. I'm not going to take the effort to fix them. Speaking of which, what holds the cage together are colored bright red, and I'm not sure if that's such an accurate addition, and it might have suited them better to the historical color and just make it all blue. I'm not sure why that happened. Of course, this comes with 2 ring skirts, one for SummerSlam, which very topical if you ask me, and then the other one, which I'm opening now, is for Wrestlemania. And of course, you can just like throw it on like I do, super lazy, but it looks fine. Put it down there. If you want to look close, it's printed very nicely. I don't find flaws with it. You know, it's pretty good, Wrestlemania 2. But here is the real question. How fun is this to play with? Personally, I think this makes the authentic scale ring far superior than it ever was. I didn't really use it that much. I posed a couple figures on it, then I was done. This, I can do so much with. The cage is fun, you can play with it. It doesn't have to just be for photographers, or like, you could play with the authentic scale ring with nothing in it. But this adds so much playability, so much more opportunities to take cool pictures. The 2 ring skirts are beautiful, really nice throwback, because then you can create my personal favorite old school match, which was Hulk Hogan against Jeff Hardy for the WWE World Heavyweight Title Championship of SummerSlam 2017. Boom! When Jeff Hardy did the twist of fate, and he got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count, and he was the official champion of WWTNA. Global Force Wrestling. Is amazing, right? Do you remember that match? Because I do. And personally, if you already have the authentic scale ring and you aren't planning on getting this, I think that's a bad decision. I usually find fault in many of the things I purchase, but this one, even though it isn't perfect, it comes highly recommended. So if you have questions about it, let me know in the comments. This is plastic, it's bendy, but it doesn't feel as fragile or cheap as the Mattel version. The Mattel version just seems like really rushed, put together, while this doesn't. Wicked cool toys, you knock this out of the park. And I love how they're including the tag ropes. Fun stuff. So yes, any questions? Let me know in the comments. This is Tommy, hoping you enjoyed this video, because I'm really going to enjoy this ring.